All right, everybody. Good morning to Tuesday. I hope you're doing great. Good morning to you. Welcome to Tuesday. Hope everything is going wonderfully for you. Tomorrow on our Pathfinders group, I'm going to be talking about the importance of clearing chakras, how you might do that. I really want to go a little bit in depth into the sacral chakra, which has to do with our ability to let ourselves enjoy life. Okay. We are working on intuition in 2024 in our Pathfinders group, and tomorrow's lesson is going to be about removing any kind of blocks that you might be feeling in your body. Okay, we're going to be talking about the chakras in particular. Okay, so if you're interested in unblocking yourself from intuition flowing through you, then jump onto Pathfinders. If you're already in there, I'm excited. It's a wonderful group. You guys have some great questions. We do live Q&A. Super awesome. Thank you for being there. Valiant courage. Take action with passion. View from above. Get the big picture. Okay. And answering the call. The time is now. Some of you have been reaching out to me and asking me about life's purpose again. I've done several classes on North Node. Okay. And I feel like I might want to do a video for you guys about some new things I've learned about North Node. So we'll be doing that definitely as we approach the eclipse that's happening on the 25th of March. And that's going to be a very, very loud energy for all of us, especially if you have any Libra. Do you have any planets in Libra? So make sure you check that out, Libra or Aries especially, and then secondarily Cancer and Capricorn. The cardinal signs are going to be very affected by this, those four signs, because of the placement, opposition or conjunction or squaring this moon. And I just feel like this is one of those times when it's sort of like I need to get the big picture. That's fine. I'm getting the big picture from my meditations and everything, but I'm going to have to do something. All right. This is not about sitting on the sidelines anymore. Some of you are going to have to step in. So what I mean by this is I feel like some of you, we've had Pluto move into Aquarius this year. It's going to pop back into Capricorn for a couple of months later this year. September, October, November. Unfortunate timing in my view. And it's going to be a time when action is needed. So I'm going to say this to you, like I have Mars in Capricorn. Whatever you have going on in Capricorn, Pluto is going to move from your Aquarius house back into your Capricorn house. And those parts of your life are going to be activated. So it might be worth it if you don't know how to look at your birth chart. I do have a birth chart workshop every week, and starting in April I am going to be doing on the opposite Thursdays, I'm going to be doing astrology for twin flames. So if you want to jump on, we'll be putting that up pretty soon, later this week maybe, for you to jump on, but it's not starting till April anyway, so just FYI. But what I'm saying to you is a lot of the energy around twin flame is about answering the call. Okay. It is about your calling. It is about your purpose. And it's the people I'm speaking to right now, the twin souls or the soulmates or those of you on a spiritual path. It's going to take some courage to step into this mission. And I don't know, rather like me, like I let go of a career in television as a journalist, as a producer, and moved more into this energy of astrology and tarot, something I've been doing my whole life, much more natural to me. But I did learn a lot from that skill of learning about journalism and practicing it. But it's likely that the skill sets you've learned or things you've had become more proficient in this lifetime will play a role. But the calling itself might be very different than you expect. So North Node, again, North Node is something that I do a lot of videos about, something I talk a lot about, and maybe I'll be doing some North Node videos here as we are working through this eclipse energy. Eclipse Libra, it's a full moon in Libra. It's a lunar eclipse happening on March 25th. The energy is very loud. It's tracking right across North America. So those of you in the States, Canada, Mexico, I believe you can see it. I've seen a couple of maps. It goes right across the Midwest. So Libra is the energy of partnership, and the lunar eclipse, basically it's a full moon, and the earth is getting in the way of that. So there's no reflected sunlight onto the moon, which makes it look like a new moon. So for a few minutes there, it looks like a new moon. So we're having this sense of planting the seeds for the future at the same time as we're purging the past. Okay, at the very same time. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way all the time, where you're actually like, there's some kind of changing of the guard. You might be moving from one relationship right into another, like super fast. I am not advocating that, because I do think that there needs to be some time for learning, some time for absorbing loss and endings, sometimes, some time for beginning. But look at this, before I even lay down the reading here. This is the first card that came out. Then this one. Okay, just look at the visual here. And is this how it looks to me? Yes, this is how it looks to me. So there's definitely a progression here. There's a way of like, okay, I'm on my horse and I'm going in a certain direction. But if I take a bigger picture, if I look at a bigger picture, I'm now these two are looking at the same thing. So there's something about you stepping into your mission and purpose that will help people see things from a similar vantage point, that will help people maybe come together, maybe look at what's going on and want to step into their purpose and mission as well. You're like you're becoming a good example for other people. Underneath is the Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card. What do you notice about these two? You see how he has two options there, and Archangel Michael there has, in the Temperance card, has the Two of Cups. So there's a sense of like going from one to another at the same time. They're both happening at the same time. You could be still in an old career as a new one begins. I keep getting this, still in an old relationship as a new one begins. We'll have to explore that, because that to me is something that, we're not talking about the morals or ethics of things right now, but I do want to point out that we talk about third parties on this channel a lot. And I kind of wonder if it's possible that there's some kind of shift where it's really not happening at the same time, but for you, it's happening at the same time. The existing or the previous relationship is still in your heart, or still in your mind, or still kind of going on in some way inside you. And then the next one begins. Lessons are overlapping here. 10 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. It's possible that one relationship is a practical one while the other one is a spiritual one, right? Like this is for some of you who are on the twin flame journey, you're having this spiritual contact with someone while you're still in relationship. There are plenty of twin flames who either, have partners or are married or whatever, and who do not. There's no like third party energy there really necessarily. It's like there's still some lessons that need to be sorted out. There's still some things that need to be considered. There's still some children that need raising. There's still some things going on. There's still some callings that need to be continued or closed up or shifted away from. And I just get the feeling that there's some practical reasons why things are the way they are. So some of you on the twin flame journey, if you're feeling called to go toward your mission, and you do know that you have an individual mission, but then you also have a joint mission with this twin flame, there's something important about 2024 that is like activating that. Okay, I keep getting that. All right, I keep getting that. 5 of Swords. And I am, I'm definitely not advocating for any kind of third party stuff. I'm just saying, like, there's overlap here, and I don't know why that is. but we'll find out. Five of Swords, Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups, Fool, King of Pentacles in the middle. This is slow going. King of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Wands, and Six of Cups. This is speeding up. It's definitely speeding up because I am getting this. I'm getting the, wow, wait a second. Let me clarify that a little bit, because seems to be a very linear kind of experience. So this may have been what has been going on for you. Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. If you're in a situation that is just like unsustainable, there's something about it. I feel like the two people involved in this, or the situation that you're in, let me just talk to you. Okay. The situation you're in can be, you're not able to continue on with this. Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I feel like you might feel that you're either being manipulated by somebody, or there's some kind of trigger to whatever's happening in your life with your friends, your family, your work, whatever it is. It's like poking at you. Like, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. Why is this happening? Why is she insisting on fighting me on this? Why is this new thing showing up while I'm, responsible for this other thing, right? Like, maybe you have a business, you're responsible for the business. Maybe you have a partner and you're, responsible for that. Like, why is this other thing showing up as I'm really involved with dealing with the other thing? And the other thing is kind of like a fight, like a bare knuckle fight. Whatever's going on doesn't feel good. So I'm definitely speaking to some of you who are struggling right now with your emotions, or with dealing with situations that are very out of balance. Okay. You could have people around you who are, this is the technical term for it, awful. And you just might feel like, okay, I didn't really have this much aversion to going to this job until just now. I didn't really care so much about dealing with this person or being around this person who's a friend of all of my friends until now. Like, there's something catalyst about this, right? You've got going from one life to another, or one experience to another. And there's something you have to stick around for, right? Maybe you're, whatever, like, well, this is what the commitment I've made, or this is the job I have, or whatever. Like, there's something keeping you there, but this new thing is coming in. It's like not paying attention to your timeline, to your calendar. All right. Not interested in that. So the Fool and the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Now, this new situation is going to elevate you, is going to push you. This person or this timeline or whatever, like a timeline is simply a decision, simply a choice. And if you are in the energy of being manipulated or being manipulative, or it's like, this is how this goes, this is how I do things, this is how I've always been, and a new opportunity shows up, there's something here that kind of pushes you into a higher octave of yourself, that says, I see the vision of what I'm creating in the future, and I'm going to step into it with courage. I can't continue to be in this low vibe stuff anymore. So there could be someone who's a catalyst, who comes along and like pokes you and pokes you and pokes you until you quit a job, until you say enough's enough. And it could be an outside person or an outside experience that wasn't really part of it before. So there could be a new friend in the friend circle. There could be a new coworker, maybe a new boss, maybe a new client, maybe a new way of doing things, new procedures. Okay, whatever it is. It's like untenable to you. I feel like it's not sustainable. This is part of the calling, is getting you out of stuff. This is kicking you out of a former life. It definitely is. Okay. Aquarius there and Capricorn here. Here's the Fool moving through, right? That can be the new journey going from Capricorn into Aquarius. And then we have this Wheel of Fortune, which is a timeline. On the other side of this is passion. On the other side of this is a little bit of nostalgia for the way things used to be, or the way things are better for me. And it's not about going back, because it wasn't always good. But I think there's something about, well, let me clarify that. The Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. This is catalyst energy here. Oh, yeah. Five of Pentacles. Justice. There we go. There's Libra. Star. That is the healing energy of Aquarius. There's the Moon. So this is this full moon in Libra. 5 degrees Libra, March 25th. I want you to circle it, because this is not only healing, but it's balancing. So if you are in a situation where you are not being paid what you're worth, you are not being seen in your work as someone who is valuable, but you are. You're not being given your due in a relationship. I feel like this full moon blows it apart. Okay? I feel like this full moon says, this is unsustainable. Show me more about the Fool here. Okay? Show me more about the Fool. The 3 major arcana cards there: Justice, the Star, and the Moon. Justice is about balance. It's Libra. It's like, I like to make compromises, but the Star is Aquarian energy and says, only in terms of the future. I'm going to make compromises in order to get to my future calling. And like, if I have to deal with a certain person to learn something that I need, fair enough, but I'm not going to stick around forever. Okay? I'm not going to stick around and be abused forever. Okay? Clarify the Fool. Page of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. 6 of Swords. All right. There's a conversation coming up. There's a very important conversation. And I feel like that is, it can be about money versus vision, right, for the future. It can be about what am I willing to step into? What am I willing to take part in? What am I willing to offer? I just feel like some of you have twin energy coming in. There's definitely Plutonic catalyst energy here. Pluto coming through and saying, you can't stay here. This is not your calling. This is not your place. Learn what you can and get out. Okay? You might have been here too long. There's an important conversation coming. Strength, Page of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Some of you, this is an important conversation in terms of your work. I feel like your mission and calling is going to require you to step out of something that is too comfortable, that's too much inside the box, that's not enough of your mission and purpose. Some of you are going to have dreams about mission and purpose. Some of you are going to be shown through a catalyst what is and isn't possible for you. And this conversation that's coming in has to do with, it's like learning what you're capable of. Learning what you're capable of. 3 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords. Something is definitely done. Definitely done. Okay, so I want to say that this Wheel of Fortune, this Knight of Wands, and this 6 of Cups, there can be, I mean, some of you could be leaving behind a situation that is, it's not toxic, but a relationship, but it's just over. And I almost feel like the person that you're with, you've been suffering with this for a long time. I almost feel like the person you're with has other options suddenly. That's never been part of this before. Suddenly there's new people on the scene that are changing the dynamic. Really changing the dynamic. Wheel of Fortune is stepping in here. Two of Swords. You've been blocking this for a while. 10 of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Hierophant. Been blocking it for a while because of your comfort, because of what you have committed to, because of what you think is possible, what is reasonable. I think some of you have blocked it because of you're not sure how you can make this shift in your life. It is going to take courage. All right, let's see where we go. I'm going to go deeper into this reading. I'm going to talk about this conversation, whatever this is, and I'm going to talk about how you might make this shift. I definitely think that the full moon in Libra is part of this. All right, we'll talk more about that. All right, link is below if you want to continue on with me. Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.